Hey everyone, this is Kurisu, and tonight I'm going to be working on some art. Gonna tr gonna kind of change gears tonight because we've been playing a lot of games recently. But tonight I have a commission piece that I'm working on for Anthony Hughes, of his character Allison. Secretly hides cheese and tail. Oh my gosh, stop it, Sniper. There's too much cheese here. This stream is so cheesy. um, but anyway, we'll be working on this piece of Allison. It's kind of like a combination sort of winter theme and birthday theme because her birthday is coming up. Um, so yeah, we'll go ahead and start on line art because that'll be our focus tonight. A lot of times when I am working on line art, I prefer to use my scratchboard tool. Switch that to 100% opacity. I like that to be about a 2.5 to 3 point size for the brush. Hey, welcome to Chat Foxtrot. How's it going? How many Kurisus does it take to change a light bulb? In general, I would say one, but it depends on the day. But yeah, secretly eats the cupcake. Oh my gosh, Sniper, that's Allison's birthday cupcake. Rude. Oh no. I mean, generally speaking, through standard operations, Kurisu doesn't have much trouble switching out a light bulb. It just depends on how high up it is. She might need a ladder or something, but aside from that, gosh, when the lines won't go where you want them. There we go. But oh no, not the ads. I mean, Kurisu can fly, but it's kind of inconvenient. Like, you know, people tend to stare, and she doesn't like to be the center of attention. I suppose you could probably use some sort of camouflage technique to be invisible while doing that, but that's It's the boring way. I'd say probably more likely to be mana over skill points. Yeah, Kurisu kind of tends to sort of take energy from her environment, but specifically not other living beings. She's not into that. Oh, you mean like an ability? Like if she were using some sort of buff or something. Oh my gosh. I think it's funny that you used God points as a term. Because, like, I always feel bad when I'm, like, explaining Kurisu's abilities, because, like, she's kind of, like, overpowered a bit, but it's not like she's without weakness, because that's when things get really stupid, because, like, I hate when somebody's all, like, oh yeah, like, my character can do this or that, when it's like, there's never been any mention of that ever, just to, like, make it so that they can get out of a situation. Yeah, that's fair. Right. Yeah, I do prefer things to be more of like a background process than like a conscious effort, because it just makes things inconvenient. Because, like, I think of a lot of the abilities more like the equivalent of like breathing, like it just happens, versus like, like you said, oh, I have to cast this every 5 minutes. active skills should then be like temporary multipliers. Yeah, that's fair. Does Kurisu have a favorite active ability like a blast or something? Um, I mean, the difficulty with that is that like I don't necessarily have any names for any of the abilities that Kurisu uses. So it's hard to really like mention that because like it's not anything that would be like in a D&D handbook or anything, but um I would say kind of like a sort of like kind of like you said, kind of like a blast, but it depends on the moon phase and some other factors. So like it's not necessarily more or less effective, but rather like how that blast would affect like other characters in the area or other pieces of the environment. It just kind of depends. Right. Yeah, like I do plan on eventually giving names to things, I just haven't yet. I appreciate that, Foxtrot. Yeah, I will definitely keep you in mind for that. Hey, welcome to chat, Kyra. How's it going? Does my scythe have a name? Technically, like usually it can't be Mr. Slicey. Um, it's definitely Scythe McScytheface. I mean, obviously. That's a joke, by the way. Um, yeah, I mean it is kind of like my Moonlight scythe, but it doesn't necessarily have a name yet. Because every time I think of naming a weapon, like I don't know why, but like it just seems really silly to me, even though that's like a really common thing. And like I always think of Excalibur, and then like it sort of like degrades into the episodes from Soul Eater where they had Excalibur, and things just kind of fall apart from there. You have it on your wall, you see it every day. Yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of which, just in case anybody is curious about what Foxtrot is referring to, I'm going to link something here in chat. Oh yeah, yeah. I knew what you meant. I was actually going to link it here in chat just in case anybody was interested. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so on my website, I actually have a print available of my celestial scythe, which that was more in reference to the sort of celestial background than the actual scythe. But there's a scythe there, so yeah. Foxtrot does have one of 50 of my prints. Those are all individually signed and numbered. So if anyone wants a one of a kind KurisuFox artwork piece, that is always an option. Yeah, my commissions are still currently half off for anybody who's interested. So I am gonna go ahead and toss that up on screen here real quick. So here is my digital commission info. So as of currently, everything that's on the screen would be half the price that's listed. So if you'd like, you are more than welcome to take a screen cap if you want that for reference. Otherwise, I do have this available on both my website and my Facebook page. Well, 50 of a kind, really. Well, I mean, the reason why I say one of a kind is because I like to sign things specifically to the person purchasing my prints. So the reason why I say one of a kind is because there's not going to be another piece that is signed to that specific person, unless they purchase multiples, then it's a little bit different. Right, exactly. So it's personalized even though the prints are the same. But yeah, those are my commission prices. Also, I do have my traditional commission pricing. Right now, my traditional commissions are currently 25% off. And the reason why I didn't do 50% with those is because of my cost of materials and shipping and everything. But those are discounted as well. I mean, the reason why I would argue one of a kind is specifically because, like I said, it is personalized. So even though it's, uh, yeah, I mean maybe. I'm not sure what I would name it. Let's switch back here to art. Um, so yeah. But yeah, I do get where you're coming from though, Foxtrot. Like I'm not trying to argue or anything. Well, is it a legendary weapon? That'll help narrow down the naming rules. I would consider it probably either legendary or epic just because of the magnitude of what it can do. But I'm not sure, like, how do the naming rules work with that? Because that's not a thing I've ever really looked into. At least epic. Awesome. I definitely look forward to drawing art for you, Kyra. Sounds like a lot of fun. Also, for anybody watching, one of the perks of buying a commission from me is that if I'm working on your piece on the weekdays, Monday through Thursday, I will actually share art process streams specifically of your piece. Um, the limiting factor there would just be like whether or not I have your permission to do so, because I won't stream artwork if somebody prefers it to stay private. Because I am really big on people having their privacy. Like sometimes people don't want their art shared, and I totally get that. Um, an epic name would be like Archfiend's Soul Harvester or whatever. Oh yeah. I would say I would probably stick with more of a legendary type naming system. But if it were epic, it would definitely be like Kurisu's something or other. I don't know. Also, I apologize, everybody. My avatar does not always like to track when I'm working on art because of how I need to set up my system and my layout here for my different hardware. So like I usually have my camera that tracks my movements set on my drawing tablet. And a lot of times it doesn't always want to pick up because it's a little bit lower than it should be. Might get a mount for it eventually, but it's not really a priority right now. Kurisu Kuroi. Alright, I think that is all of the hair. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, because that's another thing. Whenever I am working on line art, I try to keep everything sort of on its own layer. That just keeps things a little more organized when I go to change up the colors later on. Because whenever I finish rendering, I always go through and adjust the line art colors so it's more like more specific to the color of whatever the line art is for, rather than just keeping the black line art, because I think that makes things look a little bit more streamlined. So by magic enhancer, do you mean more like a staff or, like more like a staff or focus? Because it's kind of like a combination melee sort of, like combination between magic and melee, so really depends, but I would say it's more magic based than physical attack damage. Because like the scythe itself is more of like an energy weapon, so like it's not actually like a physical staff like scythe. So by spell sword, do you mean kind of like a summoned weapon, because I would say that's probably the closest. Because, like, even though it's something... There we go. Like, even though, technically speaking, it can't always be there, it's also something that can have a despawn if needed. Like, because it's really inconvenient to be, like, walking through the supermarket or, like, going through the pub with a giant scythe. Also, since we have everybody here right now, do you all have any recommendations for this week's movie night? For anybody who hasn't been here the past couple of weeks, I have started doing a weekly movie night on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. in my Discord server. So, that is something I sort of did to sort of help grow the community and, like, have events that everybody could participate in, sort of. Because, you know, not everybody is on Twitch or Facebook or whatever. So that's just, like, another area for people to feel involved. Not Zootopia, that's too easy. Oh my gosh. Oh no, not ads. Okay, so I'm kind of waiting here until everybody gets back from the ad break to answer any more questions. Alright, I think everybody's back from the ads. If you are, to answer Foxtrot's question, summoning and dismissal is pretty instant. And it's like one of the few things that doesn't really have any sort of cooldown, just because it's like, it's basically always there. Because, like, I would more or less compare Kurisu's scythe to kind of like a, kind of like an extension of herself, if that makes sense. So as long as she is, like, conscious or whatever, like, she is able to instantly summon or dismiss her scythe. Spazer Blade. Oh my gosh. Does anyone like racing movies? See, it depends on the racing movie, because I would say, like, if there's a story beyond just the racing, I can get into it, but I'm not into just racing, if that makes sense. So, like, I don't know, like I usually get a bunch of crap for this one, but one of my favorite movies is actually Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby with Will Ferrell. And like that's an example of a racing movie that I would say is pretty enjoyable because it also has like all of the comedy aspect to it as well. But if it were just about the racing, I would have a hard time getting into it. If you're not first, you're last. Exactly. Deja vu. Yeah, deja vu is always a fun time, except for when it's not. Need for Speed is one of the better racing games, you think? Huh. I mean, might check into it. Is that something that everyone would want to watch on Friday? I will definitely include that in the poll if that is something we want to consider. Right, I get that. Because that's one of those games, I've never really been into it, but I do know that it has more of a story than just, oh, go win the race. Because, like, a lot of it has to do with, hey, you have to win the race to move forward in the plot, but there's actually some stuff going on there. Oh, you're good, Foxtrot. On that same note, though, do we have any other recommendations for the poll? Because I try to get as many options out there as I can. I know right now we only have 5 people in chat, so I don't expect like too many different suggestions, but yeah, you're not really into racing games yourself, but Need for Speed was pretty good. Yeah, that's fair. I rarely play racing games. There's only 2 racing games you play. Which ones are those? Sniper? The first one you play is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and the other one you forgot the name, but would play it at Pizza Place or the arcade if they have it there. I might know the one you're talking about. I don't know the name, but I can understand that, because the arcade versions of racing games are always so much more interesting than playing with the controller, because you actually have the steering wheel in front of you. There's 2 or 3 arcade racing games. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it would depend, because I know there's one that's more, like, I don't necessarily want to say, like, realistic, but, like, newer, so the graphics are better. But then there are some that were released, like, a long time ago, and their graphics aren't as good. So for anybody who's curious about what I'm doing, I am shifting the hair ever so slightly because I don't like different layers to have pieces that are overlapping or close to overlapping, because visually it makes it harder to read an illustration. So like right here, that piece of hair was like overlapping where like the edge of the pupil is. And like right here, it was overlapping with the edge of the iris. So I've kind of shifted that so that we know that they're separate parts of the character and not all like one cohesive piece. Mario Kart. Actually, the one you play is like somewhat early 2000s or 2010s. Okay. I'm not certain, but Mario Kart. Oh my gosh, Foxtrot. So on that note, like, does anybody want to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie on Friday? I don't know. I'm just throwing that one out there because the topic came up. I guess kind of indirectly because Mario Kart is a bit separate from the standard Super Mario Brothers. The live action one. I was actually. Oh, sorry, I missed your message, Foxtrot. We should watch the old Mario Brothers with John. Is that Leguizamo as Luigi? Um, are you talking about the movie from like the 80s? Because like I did actually start watching that one time, but I didn't finish it. But it was funny because of how corny it was. We can definitely toss that on our poll if that is something anybody wants to watch. I will just have to make sure that I have like a way to show that on my computer. Like I'm sure I have a place I can get it, but like in terms of easy and legal options. You're a Mario Brothers 1993 apologist. Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome to Chat Volt. How's it going? Tonight I am working on some line art for this illustration. Taking a moment to save. We're also tossing out suggestions for our movie night movie on Friday so that we can add those to the poll. So if you have any suggestions, we are more than open to those. Right now we've had a suggestion for, I think Sniper suggested a movie called Need for Speed. Foxtrot suggested the old Super Mario Brothers movie. Hey, welcome to Chat Occultist. How's it going? See you later, Bolt. Love you, bye. I'm doing pretty good. How was your holiday? My holiday was pretty good. I spent the whole day with Volt, so we had a good time. Made some pizza and whatnot. Pizza is always a good time, definitely. See, I would let you have some of the pizza, Sniper, but we kind of ate all of it already. Oh my gosh, so much cheese. Oh my gosh, there is so much cheese on the screen. You are a ridiculous sniper. So messy. Someone just spilled cheese all over the stream. Stream cheese. Oh my gosh, occultist, you're hilarious. Oh my gosh. I definitely missed your puns, and I'm glad that you're here to hang out with us tonight. Don't hide any cheese in your tail. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Foxtrot, you're hilarious. This is why we can't have nice things. So is it Q&A? You heard it was Q&A. You are more than welcome to ask whatever you'd like, occultist. Tonight isn't officially a Q&A stream, but I am always more than happy to answer questions if anybody has them. Oh my gosh, thank you for your subscriptions and me. I hope you've been doing well. What is my favorite genre of anime? I would say I tend to lean mostly towards sci-fi and fantasy. But I also enjoy isekai, which is like when oh my gosh. You're a silly sniper. But anyway, isekai is kind of like when a character gets stuck in another world, whether that is like a virtual world or like another world entirely or another universe. Oh my gosh, so much cheese. But yeah. Um, if it's a cheese, hold up, is it a mold up? Oh my gosh. I guess that would depend on like whether or not the cheese actively has mold growing on it, but maybe. I mean, cheese is kind of a result of mold to some degree. Like, it's gross fermented milk. Today we celebrate baby Jesus. Oh my gosh. All the puns. But also, I think you're a day behind Zenny. Unless Jesus comes on Boxing Day. You know, it's funny though, like, I don't even know what Boxing Day is, but it's like a legit holiday in Canada. Like, what is it celebrating? You know what? You're gonna eat everyone's eggs tonight, including Foxtrot's egg stash. Oh my gosh. Scientists have determined that fermentation of milk and fruit is what gives humans big brain and furthered our development into domestic skills like cooking. That is actually interesting. Jesus comes in a really Gouda. Oh my gosh. So many puns. Send me, your puns are so cheesy. Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior of church. Nice everywhere. Oh my gosh. Is that church mice? Okay, I was like confused for a second. I'm like, is that a reference to Nice? A place in France? Like, that's one of the towns there. Um, like, I know that they kind of like cheese over there in France. Autocorrect ruined your pun. That's fair. Autocorrect ruins everything. This hypothesis needs more work. Oh my gosh. Alright, so for our poll for the movie on Friday, what's one of my favorite animes from youth? I would say, one of my favorite animes that I watched when I was younger was probably Sailor Moon, just because, like, that's one of those classics that everybody watches. But it's also got a decent story, which, like, is kind of hit or miss with that type of anime. But, I would say, aside from that, I also enjoyed Death Note, but kind of lost interest in the second season because it derails a bit. And then there's also Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because that was kind of releasing, like, while I was in high school. Because I remember going home at the time and there were new episodes being released on the Funimation channel on YouTube, because that was before different streaming services really existed. So like they actually had episodes of things available for free as long as you were like on that channel. So that was something that was kind of cool. Because like now you would definitely have to pay to see those episodes every week. But yeah. Like we are on an ad break right now, so I'm going to hold off a little bit before I say anything else that's significant. Oh no, not ads. Oh my gosh, I love that raccoon emote. Welcome back, Sniper. So for everybody who is coming back from the ad break, I'm gonna go ahead and get our poll set up for our Friday night movie night. So if I remember right, we had a suggestion for Need for Speed. We had a suggestion for the 80s Super Mario Brothers movie. Do we have any other recommendations for this week? This is gonna be the last chance to toss those ideas out there. Best case of scenario is you're subscribed and get no ads. Use that Prime or don't. Oh my gosh, send me. Aw, you're good, Sniper. I understand. Nobody at all is expected or required in any way to subscribe to my channel. But I definitely appreciate everybody who does, because I don't know, it's just nice to know that people are willing to make that sort of contribution for my channel. We all don't have much money now, but don't worry, cheddar days are ahead of us. Oh my gosh. You want to get money so you can save and get more stickers or your first commission if you ever get one. Oh my gosh, Zenmi. Doritos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that said, we don't always know everybody's situation, so it's best not to assume things. Oh my gosh, Zenmi, you're ridiculous. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks again for the subscription. Have a great night. Au revoir. Yeah, I understand, Sniper. If you need anybody to talk to, I am definitely available to reach out after the stream. Thanks, Sniper. I really appreciate that. Alright. So I totally started to say that I was getting ready to get our pool ready for the movie night, but we had some kind of drama, I guess. Um, so yeah, our suggestions were Need for Speed and the 80s Super Mario Brothers movie. Do we have any other recommendations tonight for our movie night on Friday? If not, I will go ahead and get our poll set up for chat. Alright. Last chance. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and start our poll for a duration of 3 minutes. Here we go. Alright, so we have 1 vote for our Super Mario Brothers movie. Everybody is welcome to participate in the poll. For anybody who isn't familiar, our movie night is on Friday evening. That usually starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 5 p.m. Pacific for reference. And yeah, just kind of something that we're starting to get into as a community. Just something else for people to be involved. So we have 3 votes for the Super Mario Brothers movie. Looks like we still have 3 votes for Super Mario Brothers. So I'm guessing that's probably what we're gonna end up watching this week. And yep. So this week we will be watching the Super Mario Brothers movie that was released in the 1980s. For anybody who wants to participate in that, you are welcome to join on my Discord server. If you're not already a member of that server, feel free to reach out and I can send you a Discord invite. Like I said, everybody is welcome to participate in our movie night. But generally speaking, the reason why I don't share our Discord link in chat is just to help prevent bots, because if they happen to end up on my stream, they can end up in our Discord channel. So, just one less thing for us to worry about as a community. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that, because, like I was saying before, it's like, what I saw was really funny because it was just really corny. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so how's everybody's night going so far? I don't think I've asked that yet. I hope you've all been doing well. Good, you guys. I understand, Sniper. Unfortunately, some people are not as considerate as they could be, and I'm sorry that that happened. So, is there anything you all want to talk about tonight? Right now I'm kind of just working on this line art. What's Huey's favorite thing to do? It kind of depends. Like, Huey enjoys napping and going for walks, but they can't be too long because his hips bother him after a while. He is actually the only dog I've ever had that doesn't enjoy playing fetch. So like, he will let me throw something and then he'll just watch it fly past him. He'll go and play with it, but then he'll leave it there. So, I guess that's a thing he doesn't like, or just doesn't do, but yeah. No, looks like more ads. Looks like our ad break is probably over. Welcome back, Sniper. I am not super talkative tonight, everyone. Unfortunately, sometimes I get a little bit too focused on my art. You don't have to apologize, Sniper. You didn't do anything. you're good, Sniper. I understand. Oh, that sounds like fun. What kind of pizza you making? Pepperoni. That sounds really good. Yeah, last night I made a pizza with pepperoni and mushrooms. Which is interesting because I don't usually put mushrooms on my pizza because it's one of those things I have to be in the mood for to actually want them on my pizza. But they were good last night. Is that a ramen cup emote? Yeah, looks like it. What's that, Sniper? Huh, that's interesting. It does kind of make sense though, because sometimes different things like that can affect your senses. Or make you like more aware of things that you don't usually pay attention to. Yeah, that really sucks. Cause like, I mean, I know things affect different people differently, but it's always disappointing when people get violent or act out of character when they're under the influence of different things. Yeah, that's fair, Sniper. After you stop, you just go to your room and sit down to watch anime, or just go to bed early. Yeah, I can understand that. Like, my thing is, like, I've never understood people who enjoy getting drunk, because personally, like, it's not a thing that I've done, like, more than, like, a few times. Like, I've only ever actually been drunk once, and personally, I felt like I was trapped in my own body. So, like, that's a reason why I don't personally drink. But definitely I could understand wanting to go to bed early, because that is one less thing to deal with. I mean, unless, you know, you get like a hungover or something, but, you know. Yeah, I get that. Looks like Huey's headed to bed. He just kind of walked off and moseyed towards the bedroom. Now you're good, Sniper. Oh my gosh. When you can't get a line where you want it to go. That would work. What's funny, Sniper? I have a tiny blue pot that is meant for growing a small bamboo that you use to help you drink wine. Huh. What is interesting? Is it like you drink the wine from the pot, or you have a small bamboo plant that helps you drink wine? Oh, I see. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, I see. What you barking about, Huey? Huey says hi. What you barking about? So I think he probably wants to go out. So I'm gonna finish the liner for the tail here real quick, and then we'll probably go ahead and call it a night for our stream. What you doing, doggo? Oh, he's over there booping my new desk. So, on that note, I'm actually really excited because I got a new desk for Christmas that I am going to be using for traditional art in the near future. So once I get a proper camera set up, you can all look forward to traditional art streams where I will be sharing my art process with my Copic markers. So that's something I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's something I'll be setting up real soon. I would say probably within hopefully the next month or so, because it'll all just kind of depend on how long it takes for me to get the right camera. Because I really want something that will record in 4K even if I'm not able to stream in 4K, just so that if I want, I can upload higher quality videos to YouTube. Thanks, Sniper. I definitely look forward to that too. Like, I'm really super excited because, like, for the longest time, I have wanted to stream traditional art, but I just didn't have the right setup for it. Because, like, before, when I was streaming, like, before I moved, let's see. So this would have been last year when I moved, uh, when Zenmi and I split up. I ended up leaving behind a table that I had for drawing, that would have been good for that purpose, but excited to finally be getting back into everything. Yay, ramen! Oh, thought we had some ads playing. We'll display anything until they're done. Welcome back, everybody. We should be just about finished with our ads now. And in addition to being finished with our ads, oops, missed a spot over here. And just erase this line real quick because we don't need it. In addition to being finished with our ads, it looks like we're also finished with our line art for tonight. So for anybody who wants to stop by tomorrow evening, I'll be back same time. Oh hey, welcome to chat. Welcome to chat, Dark. Unfortunately, I just finished the work on our line art for this evening, so I'm gonna be heading out now, but I am open for suggestions if anybody has anybody you'd like me to raid tonight. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my stream tonight. Yeah, you did get to see the final product for now. I will be continuing with flat color tomorrow. And hopefully I get through that pretty quick, and then we'll be able to start on full rendering on, let's see, today's Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll be able to hopefully start rendering on Thursday. Best case scenario, I would be starting on the background. Oh yeah, they are a cat. But yeah, this piece will actually have a background once it's finished, so that's something I'm looking forward to because I don't always get to work on backgrounds. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate all of you. I'm gonna go ahead and get a raid set up. Do we want to watch... Let's see, do we want to watch Overwatch 2? Let's see, trying to get it to show me what this person is streaming. It says The Legend of Zelda, but I don't know which game. Or God of War. So our options are Overwatch 2, God of War, or Legend of Zelda. Thanks, you too, Dark. Any of them sound good? As long as it's not Fortnite. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid Zion Thought. They are currently streaming God of War. If you haven't, please feel free to give them a follow on their channel, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thanks again, everyone, and have a great night.